afternoon and welcome to Audiotree Live. Today is Thursday, January the 14th, 2016, and we're excited to have with us in the studio, Michael Rault.
Ready? 1, 2, go.
Need a gold man to get it feeling fine.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Michael Rault. What's up, guys? Welcome. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out with us and all that. I'm curious, I would like to know a little bit about studio time. I know you spend a fair amount of time in the studio when you get a chance. Do you have a location that you're always going to? Like, do you have your own studio or a buddy studio?
Lately, I've been recording a lot at my cousin's studio.
Okay.
His name's Rennie Wilson, and we did the Living Daylight record together.
Right on.
But that was in Edmonton, and now he's in Montreal, and I'm also recently moved to Montreal. He has a crazy studio where he has like a ton of 70s crazy high-end gear in his living room.
Cool.
So I've been going over there and recording a lot, and then I just actually borrowed a bunch of stuff from him and combined it with the stuff that I have, and I'm in the process of trying to see if I can get away with recording in my living room at my apartment.
Okay.
If my landlord's watching this, I hope he's not watching this actually, because I just want to try to sneak that one under the table and see if I can get away with it. But yeah, that's the plan right now. It's kind of been forced on me to move around quite a bit, just because I had to move from Toronto where I had a little bit of a studio set up, and then we've been on the road a whole bunch, so just kind of getting back into trying to get something set up for myself.
Do you just like take trips back and forth moving that gear eventually? Or, I mean, I don't know, rent a U-Haul or something? I don't know how much gear you actually have, I suppose.
I had a lot of stuff. I rented a U-Haul, and I drove it with my girlfriend over to Montreal, and that was like exciting. I didn't want to do that because I'd never driven with a trailer before, but I figured it out. And for the most part, I pulled it off. I parallel parked with it once. It took me like half an hour.
Oh, yeah, to figure out how like right is left or is right.
Yeah,
either
it
way.
like changes in the process or something. But yeah, it's a weird time.
Steering the way you want the trailer to go.
This guy knows how to drive a trailer.
Right. But if you bend it too hard, you can you can like jackknife it, right? If you curve it too hard.
That's bad. You don't want
This guy was driving trailers when he was 3 years old on the farm in Three Hills.
Dad's trailer.
Oh yeah, are you like a farm guy though? That's how you know how to drive around? No.
I had lots of farm friends.
Okay.
And
Small town.
That's all I have to add.
Are you always the trailer parker, like with your bands
No,
or with this band?
it's fun, but not all the time.
We've never
He's
had a
becoming
trailer.
a really good driver.
Oh yeah.
Not saying that he wasn't before, but like,
But you're becoming
the
one,
more
yeah.
I never drove, and then these guys drove the car out that we drive now, which is a Dodge Durango, and we live in a Dodge Durango many months of the year.
01, sorry.
And yeah, they drove it out, and then they all were used to drive. Well, Evan and Eiley drove it up from Edmonton, and they were used to driving it already, and I hadn't driven in like a couple years because I've been living in Toronto without a car.
Yeah.
So I had to brush up on my driving skills.
Yeah.
This is really exciting stuff for the listeners out there.
Yeah, for real.
This is where my driving is going right now.
I do want to know though, did that feel like, was it easy to remember how to drive? Maybe that's a stupid question, but I mean, if you haven't done it in 2 years, like did everything come back right away or did it feel like you were 16?
It was okay, but I feel like if I haven't parallel parked in a while, you got to parallel park again.
Yeah,
that's how
true.
it works, I think. I don't know.
About the gear at your cousin's place, 70s stuff, that's stuff that you're driven to, that you're interested in?
Yeah, I mean, I like the sound of that stuff. I mean, I think it's kind of like, besides the fact that it can be kind of finicky because it's old, it's sort of like holy grail like stuff when you can get really cool old 70s gear.
Yeah.
And he has like this weird MCI board that's like one of the first MCI boards that was ever. It's like one of the prototypes for mass-produced MCI boards.
Okay.
Before that, they're all custom-made for studios.
Yeah.
And he found one of those somehow, and it's like I can't remember if it's this one or the other MCI board he owns that like has recorded Wings before and stuff.
Whoa.
So like it's pretty cool to be able to use
TV
that
show
stuff.
Wings?
Yeah.
No, the band Wings. Carl
Paul
McCartney,
and Linda?
and Linda. Yeah, that
Good
one.
show, though.
I don't remember the show.
Linda's a strong point.
The show's okay. It's pretty good. Okay, we can talk about that later. Okay, cool. Thanks again, guys, for coming out. You can roll into your next one. Are you ready?
Music. Okay. You sure you don't want me to keep talking about driving? To all my friends.
1, 2, 3, play.
If you want to, don't go away Know that I love you, don't go away too long. just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit of your love. Gotta have it. When you're gone, I know you call me back. Tell me you'll call me back. If you lose it, or if you lose yourself on the path, when you call me back, tell me you'll call me back.
You're watching Audiotree Live. We're in the studio with Michael Rault. When you're thinking about adapting those songs to the stage, I'm curious just what the jump is there. Like, you don't have all that gear that you had when you were recording it or whatever. You might not even have the same instruments. Do you just think about them as completely separate entities, or do you try and recreate all the sounds you can?
Basically half and half, yeah.
Okay.
We try to do as much as we can, like the record, but yeah, we don't have a keyboard player. There's like a
Yeah.
decent amount of keyboards on the record. It's kind of increasingly so. And yeah, so we kind of just try to use our effects and stuff to try to fill it out. And it gets stripped down just to being basically just a rock band, definitely live.
Sure, yeah.
Which is cool. I think maybe it would be cool to like try something out at some point in time differently, but for
Yeah.
now, we'll just roll with what we can do. We can't fit another keyboard player in our Durango.
Yeah, and,
There's no way
and
that's
that's the
happening right
vehicle, so yeah.
Yeah.
How do they end up informing one another? I mean, do you run through a song enough times on tour that you think like, actually I like this a little bit more rock-centered?
A little bit, yeah. I definitely come back and I'm like, man, I want to play more solos on my next record.
okay.
Which maybe is like suicide, but it's stuff like that. Like we jam things out and it'd be like, it'd be cool to get some of that in the record, but then also the record just kind of inevitably becomes more of like a songwriting thing, and then the live show is more like time to be an idiot and play 10-minute guitar solos.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you the kind of studio dude that holds up for 2 weeks and works 14-hour days kind of thing, or are you more like by inspiration, or you just walk in one day and write something down?
I don't know, a little bit of both. I've tried to force myself to be working all the time when I'm not on the road, so I'm getting material together. But at the same time, I also find it's been a long time since I've made a record with some like a deadline and some pressure on me. This record was made a decently long time ago, so Living Daylight record. So yeah, I'm kind of almost just about to go into actually having to make a record pretty much right after I leave Chicago. And so that's going to be interesting. I'll find out what my new method is. But I'm hoping to be able to lock myself in a room and just like actually bang out a record in a couple weeks or something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are those deadlines put by Burger or like by you or some sort of mutual thing?
No, it's just me. Like Burger, we did the one record with Burger. We might do more, but it was just like they're very casual. So it wasn't like they're like, it's a 3-record deal, you got to have them done by these timelines. Like it's just basically like, yeah, cool, we'll put out the record. And they're like very California chill.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, you've spoken that you think they're, super unique.
yeah, I think so. I mean, the following that they have as a label is pretty impressive, and they're very grassroots. Like they just run it out of their record store. The two guys who run it live in the record store. On our first tour, we got to sleep at the record store.
Cool.
And they said that it was a nice blast from the past, because I guess back when things were less rolling for them, they had more bands that would crash at the record store, and we were like the new guys from Canada who had no connections or money. So we just ended up sleeping on the floor over there, met their cats. But yeah, they just run it out of the back room of the record store, and they've like have a worldwide following. Like we were just in Europe, and people were coming up to us and saying like knew about Burger, and knew that we were on Burger in like far-flung small towns in Germany and stuff like that. So there's a huge following. Yeah,
and it's cool that they're able to maintain that like chill aspect. Also, that they're connected to you to the point where they'll hole you up in their house for a day or something.
Yeah, they're very cool dudes. Sean and Lee, what's up? How's it going?
Shout out to Burger. Okay, cool. You can go into your next song when you're ready.
Ooh, okay. I just had something happen to my brain. I don't know what it was. The whole song, I didn't know what the next line was until the second I was about to sing it. It was terrifying. I didn't forget any of them, luckily.
I'm
professionalism.
glad that you. Yeah, really. That's serious
Professionalism.
professionalism right there. Does that happen?
That's what that's called.
Does that happen often that you've like, I don't know, that you're spaced out to the point where you're just like in it?
I'm always
He
spaced
says
out.
yes.
I'm always spaced out, but I usually know the lyrics to my songs.
Okay,
I
sure.
knew it last night. It was no problem. And then tonight, I was just like, as soon as I stepped up, I was like, what's the lyric? And it was like, as I thought that my mouth was saying it, and I was like, okay. But the whole time, that every line was like that. So if I looked scared, that was why I looked scared. But maybe you couldn't tell because I'm a professional.
Yeah, I don't think I could tell. Yeah, it seems very professional. Would you talk to me a little bit about...
Professionals drive around in Durangos.
Yes, exactly.
For little money.
With only 4 because the 5th wouldn't fit.
It doesn't start.
Often. Would you talk to me about
Always.
going to Europe? You just said there was a 4-day turnaround from the U.S.-Canada tour, and then you were in London or something like that?
Yeah, we did the month-ish, 3 weeks to a month in
Yeah.
in the U.S. and Canada, and we started in CMJ. We went all over the place. We did Canada. We went down the West Coast because we wanted to hit the West Coast one more time, and then but then the Europe trip kind of came together after we planned that.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of like we didn't know if it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And we met Jaco Gardner in Philadelphia. We played a show with him, and then he was like, "What are you doing in November?" "I'm curating a festival in Utrecht." And we were like, well, we're trying to come to Europe
Yeah.
in November. So it's just one of those crazy things that worked out like that. But then we were like, man, we got to play LA like on the 28th or something and then get to Toronto by like the 1st in the car and then have a couple days to like rest because it would be too insane to just fly straight to the
Yeah.
UK without resting and then fly there. And so, yeah, we got to like, it was something like less than a week and we were playing a show in Cardiff, Wales, and then for a cool festival called Soon Festival.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
We drove all the way from LA to Sioux Falls,
Yeah.
South Dakota. The good people of Sioux Falls took
That's
very
near
good
my
care of us.
hometown, actually.
Oh, really?
I know Sioux Falls well.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a cool city.
It is.
We played at Total Drag Records. Those guys
Okay, cool.
are awesome.
Yeah.
And it was a Halloween party,
Oh, that's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you guys dress up?
Yeah. Well,
As
yeah,
what?
we got... Well, actually, Evan didn't.
Evan dressed up as a disgruntled
out.
mechanic.
I'm a party pooper.
We dressed up as... We just got the... We showed up and did this, like, session at, like, live in-studio session type thing at this place. White Wall. And they were... They had a lady there who was a makeup artist, and she had already done her
She
makeup.
actually wasn't a makeup artist.
I thought she was doing the... yeah, she was. But I think she was doing the...
But
No,
you
she did
couldn't
her
tell
own
'cause she
makeup
did
that
such a
day,
good job.
and then
Of makeup.
Yes.
I think she was.
Was she not doing the makeup for us for, like, shininess and stuff like
Yeah.
that? Yeah, so she was a makeup artist of a sort.
she
But
said
anyways,
double-
she did our makeup, and we had
Anyways,
makeup
sorry.
done. We had skeletons on our faces.
Nice.
Yeah, and there was actually a whole band who opened up for us who dressed like me. We showed
Right.
up, and a whole bunch of people walked up with fake mustaches and jean jackets, and they were
Whoa.
like...
and long hair.
Long
They-
hair as well?
Yeah, and the whole band before us was all Michael Raults. So that was cool. That was an interesting
We
thing.
learned
That
That's
is
never-
cool.
Believe it or not, that's never happened to me before.
I
We
believe
also
it.
learned not to drink Rumple Mints. Don't drink
Oh,
Rumple
yeah,
Mints.
Just ever?
I drank a lot, and then I puked because I bought a lot of Rumple Mints, and then I
Oh.
was
Do you know
really
Rumple
messed
Mints?
up. You know about Rumple
Mints
Mints?
is, yeah, so it's Goldschlager and something else mixed
It's like
together?
minty.
Or it's its
Really?
own?
It's like
I think it's its own thing.
Oh,
it's like,
okay. I
think it's
it's
lighter
a
fluid.
like very high proof mint alcohol.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a
schnapps.
mixed drink.
And
No.
I was having it bought for me, shots of it, and no one had told me that they were like 70% alcohol or
Oh.
something. So I was already kind of drunk, and then I was just like, yeah, I'll do one of those. I'll do another one. And I don't know. I was talking to the guys who run Total Drag, and they were like, "What have you been shooting all night?" And I was still somehow coherent at this point in time, and I was like, "I don't know. It's this thing called like minty rump
Their
or something." They're
eyes
like,
just like
yeah.
slowly.
They're like, "You got to stop drinking that stuff." And they said that to me just as the person handed me my third shot of Rumple Mints, and I was like, I was just too late. And then I like stumbled out of the place and puked all over the place. It was great. It was a good time.
There you
Halloween night. It was a fun time.
That sounds like about a perfect Halloween.
yeah, it was good.
I
Did the
broke my
crowd?
phone.
You broke your thumb.
No, my phone.
Oh, your
I wish
phone.
it was my thumb. It's cheaper than my phone.
Maybe, I
You get
guess.
paid for breaking your
Oh,
thing.
you get free
Yeah.
healthcare in Canada. so.
Oh, right on. Ugh,
We
you
have a
guys
health
are
plan.
better.
You just break anything, eh? It doesn't matter, eh?
These
There's
guys
a
are always
YouTube
trying to
video of that
fake
show.
workplace injuries.
A YouTube video of what, Joe?
Of that show.
Oh, cool.
If you want to laugh.
Was the crowd also like way dressed up or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a hardcore crowd.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it was
awesome.
cool. Yeah, people in
They were hardcore, man.
in Sioux Falls are really sweet. That was a cool place. We met some people in Minneapolis, and they and they were like, "You should come to Sioux Falls," and told us about Total Drag. And then we were trying to figure out where we should hit in the middle of Toronto
Yeah.
and on Halloween. And so yeah, we were like, let's hit up the people in Sioux
Yeah,
Falls and see
it's
if we can do it.
perfect because it's like West Midwest.
Yeah, totally. It was
Yeah.
great. It was a great time.
You guys can roll into your last one when you're ready.
Sure. Rock. Let's do it. Been to all the finest places, seen all of the smiling faces. Sell your soul, not make money. Laugh at jokes, that ain't funny. There's nowhere left for me to run, 'cause being a success ain't no fun. 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 When my daddy's poor and my mommy too. They're both tired of worried and blue. Can't afford to pay their debt. Fighting all back from the Fed. And I guess you're fucked with either one, 'cause being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no. Do some drugs, look real cool. Gonna drown in a swimming pool. Money for nothing, girls for free. Meet the Pope and Queen for tea. Crash my Cadillac into the sea. Fall right out of a coconut tree. Shoot my girlfriend with my gun, 'cause being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no fun. Being a success ain't no. Woo!
You're watching Audiotree Live. We've been in the studio with Michael Rault. You can get Living Daylight out now on Burger Records, and these guys are on a little break, but they'll be back February 5th playing the Megaphono Festival, is that how it's pronounced? In Ottawa, and then February 6th at the Silver Dollar in Toronto, so you can check them out there, and then look to the website for future music. For Audiotree viewers, we are streaming TNK all weekend, so the Tomorrow Never Knows Festival in Chicago. If you're not around, you can watch it on our website. Thank you guys very much for performing for us.
You just nailed that. It was perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks to awesome people in the studio and sound engineers, camera and lighting crew, hooking it up, and viewers. Thanks for watching. You can support the band by downloading the session when it comes out in a couple of weeks and send a shout via social media to us or the band if you just want to connect. From all of us here at the Audiotree Studios, thanks for tuning in. Goodbye. Woo. Hell yeah.
Sweet. Sweet. Thanks.
Good work, guys.
Thank you. You too.
Good work, everybody.
Sick.